Here we are. Top Shot Takes. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Look at all these comments.
Yeah, we got people waiting for the stream to go. I like this. This is the right attitude to have. We're here and ready to go.
This is a record for our young channel.
This is good. I like Alex. Alex just letting us know he's here. I've entered the room.
A loud entry from Alex S.
Loud Al, yeah. Fired up, boys. Let's talk about. We are going to talk about this market a little bit. Weird 6 hours. I mean, it wasn't even that long, right? It was 6 hours of people panicking, and then it went back up.
Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, I was busy at work today. I didn't really pay attention to what was happening on the market, but I'd get some frantic texts from friends saying that it was down and that maybe we should sell. And I said, no.
No selling. All right. Before we get too deep into it, right? So if this is your first time joining, awesome. Welcome. RJP says, what are the terms and conditions of the giveaway? So if you did see the tweet or the banner, we are giving away PJ Washington Cool Cat today. We said a week ago, if we get 100 new subs, we were going to do it. At the time, it was like $100, and now we're clearing 600. So honestly, I'm happy that it hasn't continued to go up, because there was a part of me that was going to vomit if it was going to be more than that.
Would you have fled? Would you have just fled the country and quit the show and kept your?
I would have taken my PJ Washington and gone home.
I mean, that's worth more than we'll probably make ever doing this. So,
100%.
But no, we're giving it to the people.
We're giving it to the people. But yeah, so what you have to do, you have to be here for it, and then you have to make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube. And then depending on how many people are here and how many people are entering, we might throw a Google form out there. We might not. We're gonna see how it goes. We'll wing it as we get there. But everybody who's here who is also subscribed will be entered. We'll spin a little fake wheel, and we're gonna give away. Well, it's a real wheel. It's a real wheel. There's nothing fake about it. And then give away PJ.
Does
that sound good, Greg?
It's good to me. I feel like that's the excitement we've all been waiting. We've been hyping it so long. I'm ready to start hyping something else.
Yeah, it's time to do it. And that's right. Yeah, hit the like button on the stream if you're watching on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, do that. You know what? Even get a little weird. Hit the notification. You need to know every time we're going up, you know?
Leave a comment.
Yeah, let's get weird.
We're still getting better. We got a ways to go. We're figuring out how to promote ourselves on here.
Yeah, it's the first time.
But we should also give an intro too for those who are new, who have never seen us before. We are, we're all new to Top Shot. Obviously, we've been on about a month, I think now.
Yeah,
which feels like a year and a half. But it's been about a month. We don't really know what we're talking about. We're certainly not financial advisors, but we are. What we do like to do is just spit hot takes. We've just coming up with the future of what this platform is going to be. I think everyone watching knows how much potential we have here. So. We just like talking about that kind of stuff, but yeah, we're happy you guys are along for the ride with us. We plan to keep doing this. So we are Top Hot Takes.
The hot takes. All right, now that thanks for the financial advice. Triangle.
You're gonna get us sued.
All right, listen, enough stuff up top. We got to get into it now because everybody in the chat is saying let's talk about this market. So, Greg, you shout out to Greg for having a job. Good for you. You had to do some work today. I, on the other hand, was hitting refresh on everything, not sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, though. I mean, I think we probably had a little unrealistic expectations when things were going up 150% every hour and a half. So it probably makes sense for it to slow down a little bit. And I don't know. I mean, maybe people are getting ready. Maybe people are trying to accumulate some funds as we hear that the Run It backpack's coming out. Maybe people are ready to spend on that, or I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that, Greg?
First I would just ask you, what did you see dip? Because I may not have been refreshing the market, but I was refreshing my account value, and it did dip a little bit, but not a ton. Granted, I own a ton of those really low. They used to be $2 or $3. Now they're $20, $21. Those kind of scrubs, with all due respect. So what did you see dip today? What did you see really go down?
I think what I was seeing, a lot of the serial Series 2 stuff, I was seeing slip up a little bit or slip down a little bit, but nothing crazy. But I think I just was seeing, just like your DeMar DeRozan that was going for 75 for a little bit is now going for 40 and stuff like that. So I think we're seeing a lot of that. I noticed Also, too, if you're someone who owns one of the Luca Cool Cats, that one's kind of going all over the place.
Is that
So
the prize from the first Cool Cat, Luca?
yeah. And so like that's gone on all the way up from like 10K to like 8K. So I'm seeing like a lot of, because I completed that one, so I'm seeing a lot of bouncing around on that. Oh, this is good. Why Bear says, where can you refresh your account value? So there's a few different places. We've been using evaluate.market quite a bit, and we can throw that in the chat right now in case you need to see it.
Sure, I'll pull it up real quick. I think it's worth sharing. We can't say enough. I think last time we raved about this site, but it's pretty fascinating. So, and there's a new feature every time I open it. There's even a new feature today.
Yeah.
But so that you can look it up by moment. You can type in a player and see like the history, or actually pick their moment. Let's go with the 3-pointer everyone's talking about. You can see how many are left in packs, which is depressing for me because I own 3 of these and I want them to all get out there.
Yeah.
And then how many are owned, how many are out there. It's wild. And then the current price. You can look up everyone's specific account value, which is awesome. They also just added like a place that shows your profit, as well as your profit on every single purchase you've made, which the fact that this is all public still blows my mind.
I know. It is kind of nuts that you can just see if you know someone's username, you can look it up and like see all of it. Yeah, we're seeing some moment ranks too. Makes me think I'm richer. Greg, I know you texted me very excitedly today about moment ranks. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, here, let's just finish. Like, I don't know what's behind this door yet. I haven't signed up, but looks like you have an account history tab. This is evaluation market. Yeah, this was like yesterday. They brought that in.
Oh.
And then market movers, you can see what's going up, what's popping up and down.
Wait, what's that first one? Oh, it's the base set series 2. All right, because I noticed my my Nikola Vucevic metallic gold series 1 going through the roof after they announced him on the All-Star team. I didn't think he should have made it, but I'm glad he did. I'll take it. I'll take that all day.
Let's go. And then they just added this sets, which I don't know if they're clickable yet, but kind of goes through every set and how many are owned, all that. But yeah, what is it?
Moment ranks.
Moment ranks.
There you go. You've been there.
I certainly have. So this one is a little bit more interesting because this actually takes into account your serial number, and I'm guessing there's some algorithm that like gives you the range of how much the serials around yours are worth. So I mean, let's just pull up Whale Vault, and we can all feel depressed about our value. So it shows like it shows you what serial you have and then the estimated value. So obviously this is the same moment, right? It's the Holo from series 1, but the value is different because of number 1 versus number 30.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I didn't like about this though is there's some, I know it's trying to take into account their serial number, but some people are listing things for like 90, like it might be like serial 2 is listed for 5,000, let's say. Serial 3 is listed for 87,000. Serial 4, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. I just, that makes me a little nervous. I forget who made the comment that was like, I think it was Scott G, makes me think I'm richer. Yeah, like there was a couple where I'm like, oh, this is not really worth this, but I'll take that extra 5K. Yeah, we should also say this is not either one of our accounts.
This is our combined account, actually.
Yeah,
we own 6,000 too. No, it's not. Can you imagine? We would not be doing this show if this was our account.
Yes, come on, dude. We're here for the content.
We would have a full studio with an audience. But
I think this goes back to the point we made earlier too about the market dipping a little bit. Where I think some people are making moves like this, right? Where you're, oh my goodness, look, yeah.
I was just about to say, guys, I didn't give you the okay to show my account in front of everyone. I want to brag, but
the whale's here.
Whale Vault 1.
Well, good to see everyone.
We were messing around. We were talking a little bit about everyone in the chat was like, what is going on with the market?
Yeah.
And Greg let us know that he was working today, so he wasn't refreshing a bunch. I'm sure you were also working, but maybe you had a minute or two to take a peek.
I tried. I definitely took a peek, and it was I don't know if I don't think it's quite leveling, but I think maybe some people who have made a substantial profit have taken that, and maybe that has sort of come into play. We're team hold over here, so
yeah.
we're not wearing. But yeah, I think maybe some people got in, got out, and made some money. I think there was also some people that are not team hold, right? That are just, hey, I can make 50 grand and call it a day and be good, because they made some right moves and things went early. I think some people just sold.
Yeah.
I think there's still a lot more to come
Well,
in this. So
go ahead, Greg.
I was just going to say, I have a something I think that we should all talk through, because I know we all have different strategies, but I think a good question that we could propose to one another is, why are you team hold? Why are you holding? Why are you not selling when you see that little dip? What about this platform makes you feel that way?
I'll jump in.
Yeah, you get in there. Yeah, shout out to your God. Thank you. You know, we love an organ donator.
I'll jump in. Why am I team hold? Many times in the past, I've sold early, and I believe, especially when I believed in something, and I believe in this. I think we're still not only in infancy for NBA Top Shot, but NFTs and all of this in terms of sports. I think every single sporting event, company, everything, you name it, is watching this and saying, I mean, how can they not? Like, look at the numbers and that it's pulling in. So that's why I just think that not only just NBA Top Shot, but everything across the board. We've mentioned this: UFC, WWE, NFL, MLB. Like, everyone is watching. WNBA is on the way. Everyone's watching and doing this, and they're seeing the revenue. The interest is there. It exists. So I think, look, if you can make your money, absolutely go for it. Like, by all means. I've been certainly tempted because I'm seeing it, but I think just in the past I've had opportunities like this where I made a small profit and kicked myself later for saying, if I would have just waited, a little bit longer. But I've definitely played it to the point that, look, if this comes crashing down and crashes and burns, I'll take the loss, and it's not a make or break. And I think that's where you have to be comfortable with. But to me, the small term gain that I could see here, I'd rather take the risk and go big.
Yeah, I'm right there with you 100%. Like, without saying the number that I'm in, I'm comfortable losing that.
Yes.
And I think I would feel much better about that. I would feel, this is such a stupid poker player brain thing that I'm going to say too. I'm much happier losing that investment than getting 2x back.
Yeah.
I'd rather let this thing ride and try to take this, to the moon, as we say, than to be like, okay, cool, I doubled up. And I don't think there's anything wrong with doubling up. I think that's smart. You're getting money.
Any profit is a profit. And if that's it, you also have to, it comes down to what you're comfortable with, right? Like, if you have some change that you're like, hey, I can play with this, I made money, I'm happy, by all means. If it's everyone's comfort level. Of course, it's a risk. It's a gamble. You're playing with something that is completely unknown. So you've got to be comfortable and don't feel bad if you profit now and leave. And yes, if it goes up, whatever, you still made money. It doesn't matter. Like, you can be happy with that.
Right. I will say one thing I'm dealing with a little bit, and we talked about this a little bit last time too. I feel like I want to make a couple moves to then, and I think it was Sports Card Consultant put this in the chat earlier, but how he was like, I moved off an Edwards and a Wiseman to go get a Zion. Yeah. And I am interested in that. Like, I am interested in like moving some things to get some bigger things or freeing up some cash flow for when, if I don't get a run it backpack, because I'm sure those are going to be tough to get, I'm going to want something in there. Yeah. So like having money ready to go. So I am at the point where I don't know if I want to continue to put money on from my own bank account and would rather mess with my Dapper balance a little bit more. So that's kind of
what Greg, that's what you wanted to do a few times as well, right? I think that's smart. Makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. No, I mean, the reason I'm team hold, and I come from a place where I wasn't as deep in the NBA depth chart and really knowing enough about the players to know which was the right call at what price. But the way that I see it, and the reason I'm holding, is, at least up until this point, now the market's gone crazy, but I look at these serial counts, like Series 1, obviously out of 399, Series 2 out of 12,000, then 15,000, which are now all capped at LE. And the way I see it is, if we all believe in this platform, and if this platform is going to go to the moon like we all are hoping it will, those 12,000s and 15,000s are going to feel like nothing compared to the 100,000, almost, or 500,000 circulation count that some of the new commons will have. And that could even be in Series 2 if we're growing at this rate. Like, we may see Series 2 with 100K, if not more, CC. Right. So my thought is there will always be collectors coming in if this thing is successful, and they will always be collectors that want to backfill. And I have a Daniel Tice from Series 2 that's out of 15K, which is not going to be the most expensive. It'll probably be on the bottom of the barrel, but that floor is constantly going to rise the more people that come in. So that's why I think it's smart to dish some of those out when you can and get more solid stars, and especially Series 1. But I do think there's a bit of value in like some of these lesser guys if you're holding for the long term, which
I think those you make a great point that we still think Series 2 it's at 15K, but like you don't know what that's going to be. There's going to be an influx of users. It's going to go crazy. There's already going to increase the amount. Does this go from 25 to 50 to 75 to 100? Like, what does it mean? So by that time, we're looking at 15K. Like, holy, I wish I was in more. And you're certainly applying that. And then conversely, too, what you could do is, like you're saying, Greg, is you can grab those, you make your profit, flip it, and do what Mike wants, and get maybe a more meaningful moment, right? Like you've been able to accumulate all of those, and now you can say, great, I've got those. I've been able to make a profit. Now I want to get something that I really want. Like I want to flip these 3 Daniel Tices and these Will Bartons and Stanley Johnsons. And now I can afford to grab a Kevin Durant or a Steph Curry. And I'd rather have that moment than having 5 of each of those, right?
Yeah, I think that's where my brain goes too. I think if this goes down, I know a Holo.
Cameo.
What a cameo. What a cameo. I was thinking if this goes down, it'll be the last thing to go down will be the good players, right? So in my brain, I'm like, all right, if I flip 14 Chris Bouchers to get me a Jokic, that's the direction I'm going to go.
100%. I completely agree with that. Stars are always going to be these stars that are going to be like, there's so many future Hall of Famers that you can have right now. And to me, I'd rather have that. And especially if I can get profit, like I've got Miles Bridges, and I've got certain players that are nice players that I should probably, if I can flip them for a decent amount and reinvest in something that I feel like is going to have that long-term appeal and hold. Yeah. Like to me, that makes a ton of sense.
That's where, and I completely agree. And if you can flip and get a star, I 100% suggest doing that. But that's where I do think, like, I'm not going to feel bad that I have a ton of lower range guys, just because I think the site and the platform is going to continue to build out like the collection, the visualization of your collection, right? And it's going to say Series 2 is 37% complete, and you need XYZ to complete this, that. It's not going to be a challenge, but they'll just visualize how much you actually own. And as a collector, more so a collector than an NBA fan, that is going to drive me, my OCD wild, to get more and more. So like, that's where I think people will still buy those.
When you're 5 away from completing the entire series, when if it's like 15, you're like, I can attain this. I'm going to try and do it.
And if you think there are less than 12,000 or 15,000 of those collecting minded people out there, when there's a million users, I think you're crazy. Like that's why I think these will have and hold value. Maybe not in the short term, but in the long term for sure.
Well, and to your point, I mean, we're seeing that happen with the challenges, right? And not that the challenges are the same thing as collecting a full series. I mean, it's obviously to a lesser extent, but you are seeing that a little bit, right? Where no one anticipated like the Cool Cats challenge to be as expensive as it is, the gift to be as expensive as it is. I mean, they announced the Holo challenge today, which
it's chump change, right?
Yeah, I mean, we like joked. My fiance actually saw the tweet and sent it back and was like, "Is 3.75 billion really what it's going for?" Like, no, but it's 125,000. Like that's what it's going to cost to do it. The Steph Curry's like 40 plus 40K right now. Like, what the hell? It's nuts. But I do, to that point, I do think like you're right. Collectors will be into that, Greg. I think you're right. Should we talk about the Holo challenge a little bit? Actually, before we do that, I know we were going to talk about this earlier, and we kind of touched upon it a little bit, but we got to talk about the influx of NBA players that are already here. I think Terrence Ross is going to be screaming with Top Shot in like a half hour.
Yeah, he's coming hot. He's coming hot. Josh Hart was there early and doing a lot of stuff, and he's putting a lot of people on. But Terrence Ross, in terms of his Twitter feed, he's going all out in terms of talking about it, getting people on it. He's constantly saying he's definitely fallen victim, I would say, to what we have, where it is so addicting. You want more, and you want to talk about it. You want to just get more people into it. And there's a video. I can see if I can pull it up. There's a video that he did for the official Orlando Magic Twitter account. I don't know if you guys saw that. I have the video here. Let me pull it up. But he did it for the official Orlando Magic Twitter account, which is really cool, with him explaining Top Shot. So let me pull this up and we can take a look. Here we go.
And I think there's a way to share it with.
This is a WEN division video.
Man.
Sorry, wrong.
This slaps though. This slaps.
Yeah, we might as well let it.
Some coffee. Call it a day, man.
This slaps. Shout out. Do we know who this producer's name is?
Trapaholics mixtape. Dang son, why'd you make this?
This wrong video.
All right.
Yeah, that's
had to be intentional. Felt intentional.
it was not a promo or a plug, but that did slap, and that dude is fire. So props to that dude for what he's created, because I was like, woo. Okay, this is the T Ross video. Back to our regularly scheduled.
All right, here we go.
Essentially is pretty much electronic trading cards. They vary in moments from different players. It could be anything from a dunk to an assist to a shot. A lot of these things are varying from different, groups and such as your common cards. You have your rare cards, your cosmic cards. You have just different types of cards that hold different values. And what it is pretty much just trading. We're trading between cards, other people. It's pretty dope, because now it's like giving the player the chance to kind of trade uniforms, trade cards, and all that, through this platform. So that's kind of what the buzz is right now, and I think that's what everybody's kind of getting caught up in. It's cool for me, because it's like kind of growing up.
Was that it? Oh no, it's still going.
He keeps going. That's the gist, though. I would say everyone go check out the Orlando Magic Twitter feed if you want to watch the full video. It's good.
I just want to say that's awesome. That's so awesome for Top Shot that kind of advertisement's happening on an actual NBA team. Like, because that was on the Orlando Magic's feed, right?
Yeah, on their Twitter account.
It also speaks to where the Orlando Magic's basketball team is at the moment.
Where their focus is at.
Yeah, I think that is a clear insight into what it's like to be an Orlando Magic fan. Like, should we talk about the team? Nah, Russ, what are you doing in your spare time?
He 100% convinced the team to say, "Let me get on and let me talk about this." Totally. He made the pitch, and they were like, "All right, cool, yeah, do it."
Yeah, I know they're going to announce Vooch is going to make the All-Star team tonight, but just let me get in here.
He's talking to the social guy, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm already in. Let's do it. I'll record." There was some of that conversation that happened.
I'll gift you a moment.
Yeah.
It's going to be Ish Smith, but you're still going to get a moment.
You're still going to get it.
Yeah, but that's cool. He's been very vocal about it. We love it. Big fan of T Ross. He's also a huge Marvel fan, which is awesome, as we are as well. But there's a ton of players talking about it, and people have been mentioning it. It's sort of, we've talked about what are going to be the biggest superstar, talking like to actually call it out and join. Mike, I know you said Dame Dollars is your guy. I actually didn't, in our last one, I didn't really call it out, but I commented on our YouTube video about that, and I said Shaq. Oh no, I said LeBron.
You said LeBron.
I said LeBron.
Wait, let's ask the viewers though. Who we talked about this last time. Mike's hot take was that Dame Lillard would be the first, but who is the first superstar, NBA superstar, that you think is going to either tweet about or join Top Shot?
Because sorry, go ahead, Greg.
I know that term is. I assume that term is debatable, but maybe it's not in the NBA world.
No, I think there's stars and superstars, right? Guys that were probably all stars is going to be that range.
I would say the biggest name so far, I would guess, is Halliburton, right? Even though he's a rookie.
John Morant.
Well, there's one, I don't know if you saw it, but he might trump all of them, and that's Brian Scalabrine.
Oh, I did see Scalabrine. I did see
Celtics legend. No,
Scalabrine was like Taco Fall before there was Taco. Yeah. Like he was like the meme of the team was Scalabrine.
Little Caruso in there.
They're going to give him a moment too, because he's on it. They're going to find a run it back to get Scalabrine in there.
But
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say we have the list of tweets and stuff of everyone that sort of called it out. Oh yeah, LaMelo tweet. LaMelo. I was going to say LaMelo's the biggest one too. Yeah, he indirectly sort of tweeted about it. It wasn't like, this is dope, I'm in. It was sort of like, but he technically did call it out. So he's probably the biggest right now, but we still don't have like a proven legit superstar, potential Hall of Famer who's done it, right? Like if we get Devin Booker doing it, that's the biggest one, right? Like something like that. But we created a list of every single player that sort of talked about it. I don't know if you have it, Greg, if we want to pull that up to talk through.
Let me find that.
Yeah, we should take a look at that. I'm really so curious to see how it goes with All-Star Weekend. Like I would have to, because it seems like once one player on the team gets into it, then a handful of them. Like you saw with Terry Rozier and then LaMelo. You saw with not necessarily with the Orlando Magic. It's like, Cole Anthony after Terrence Ross got into it. And like with the Pelicans, of course. So I'm curious to see what it's like when they're all together. You know, the slam dunk contest is the slam dunk contest still happening? Yeah. So the dunk contest is going on. You got to think it's going to come up, right?
It's all supposed to be one day technically, right? I think they're doing it all over one day, which is fine. But they mentioned that the dunk contest, 3-point shooter, all that kind of stuff is happening. I think it's sort of everything else is being condensed.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, we have the list here, and it's I apologize for the lack of visually stimulating lists, but here is all the players that we know have tweeted about it. And I don't think this counts like the Jaws and the LaMelos who have just kind of referenced it, but not really embraced it necessarily. But what I want to do, I feel like.
Yeah. And I included Stephen A. Smith in there because his tweet is actually really funny. I don't know if you want to click that one, Greg.
That's pretty good.
So for the fans, it's Stephen A.
Getting shots up.
Getting some shots up. He makes a 3 in his tie and everything, and it says how much for this on NBA Top Shot. So
arguably the most engagement of any one.
Could you go right below though? I see a Pawn Stars reply. Best I can do is $20. I love that.
A+. Oh yeah, and I think we mentioned this last time we were on too. Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks organization tweeting about it too. So
yeah, but there's some nice players in there. Terry Rozier was nice getting into the action.
Yeah.
Clint Capella. It's a good list of guys. Terry's done a lot. He's asked for a specific moment to be put in there. He's done a handful of tweets in there.
He's streaming tonight at some point. I think an hour or so he's going to be opening packs.
We'll run through. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say I like that way more than NBA players. Like I like them being like, oh, you need this moment on Top Shot versus here's my handle, send me your moments.
Yeah, there's someone in here, maybe we'll get to it, but someone was like, here's my handle on the thing, and the first reply is like, dude, you're rich, bro. Like, how about I give you my handle instead? So it's like, okay, so Terrence Ross, who we've already talked about, Josh Green, Josh Hart, who everyone knows is big on the platform, Malcolm Miller, Zubats, Dinwiddie, who had the thing about like, give me my paycheck in Bitcoin, give me my bonuses in Top Shots, which is funny. Terry Rozier, who we talked about, Clint Capella, Isaiah Roby, Cole Anthony, Damian Lee, Scalabrine, Stephen A., who we mentioned, and Taco Fall. But if you notice the trend on here, it's a lot of young dudes. And there's like a half of them are maybe rookies or in their second year. It's a lot of the younger dudes who are just hip to everything being digital.
I love that.
So Taco doesn't actually say he joined. He said he saw it.
Right. But this was a whole list of just people talking about it. NBA players, I should say, talking about it.
I'm saying I'm disappointed. I need Taco on there ASAP. I got tacos to send Taco.
Yeah.
It's the dream.
I will say I didn't know Isaiah Roby tweeted about it. I was in on Isaiah Roby. Earlier.
Yeah.
We love to see this.
I think he replied to one of the moments saying like, I got to get tagged in these. Like he's like into it. He thinks it's cool. He's not in the level of like some of the other guys, but he's involved. He's aware. So I think it's really fun. And I think we actually, so we even took it a step further, Greg and I, and we were looking at what moments do these guys own? And we started clicking through all of them. I don't know if you saw, Mike. So some of them have some cool ones. Some of them have a bunch that have been gifted. And we thought, this is another question. Do we is it cool to say, hey, I bought a moment off of an NBA player? Because then it shows it should show it in the transaction history, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, what we discovered though, it doesn't, if they were gifted it or pulled it from a pack, it doesn't show up. They had to have physically bought it. At least on the Top Shot site. Obviously, right. It's in the blockchain code or whatever. So hopefully, eventually, they actually add that because I did buy one off of Terrence Ross and did not see his name, and I was pissed.
Yeah. We were both going to go grab one. There was a Derek Jones Jr. that was probably double what the lowest price was. And I was like, I'll just do it. And then we were talking about it and Greg's like, I just got it. And I was like, wait, does it show his actual name that he was the previous owner? He's like, it does not.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he was probably gifted the moment or opened it from a pack.
And I didn't even get Derek Jones. I bought my boy Robin Lopez.
Jesus.
My favorite moment for double his asking price yesterday, which was double his asking price currently. So
Mike's reaction is everything for me.
Troy says too, Bogdan Bogdanovic bought his own moment. I think that stuff's cool. I think when players are going out of their way, I understand too. I think it's fine that I know Alex was like, must be nice to be handed a ton of packs. I totally understand the frustration right now when it's so hard to get packs and there's so many users that haven't gotten a pack yet. But I do understand what Top Shot is doing, where this is, I mean, that's an insane promotional tool that they have. And it makes so much sense to do it. I think when it sucks is when people like send me your moments. You send a player a moment being like, oh my God, I connected with the player in such a cool way. And then you check the marketplace and it's like that moment is for sale right now.
And you know what else sucks? As Dan points out, Josh Hart was asking people to send him his moments last night so he could complete the Cool Cats challenge.
They need their PR or media guys to say, hey, this is cool that you're on it, but like this is not a good look.
Yeah. One of the benefits of the blockchain, we get to see what you did with that moment, Josh.
That was funny. Here's an interesting hot take from Evan Tan that they're holding off on the stars for later. Probably, I mean, which is smart. I don't know how you can actually control that, but I guess they could.
Don just doesn't. He's not too active on social. I checked his feed because I saw the Mavs post something and I thought maybe Luka was going to like tweet anything about it. His feed is not. It's like very hit and miss. So, but it does make sense if the stars are being held back. But I don't know. These guys are all talking. I just don't think some of them get it. But all you need is one of them to get it, and then it's the domino effect.
Yeah. Alex, listen, I'm going to share this out of solidarity. I'm with you, Alex. I had made the threshold too. So I was with you. But you know what? What a great transition. Do we have anything else on NBA players that we wanted to chat about? Because like, look at it. This is almost like a plant, Alex, because we are now going to pivot to the Holo challenge. They announced that today. Let's pull up my screen here just so we can look at what this bad boy looks like. It's freaking expensive. And you know, I'm not going to say I was mad, but man, after buying the Marcus Smart Holo, I was really hoping that was going to be in the challenge, and it was not. But it's for James.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's for James Harden Holo. James Harden with the Brooklyn Nets. So I think that's going to be a pretty valuable one. But here's what. So we need a Kobe White, a Steph Curry, TJ Warren, Kyle Anderson, Tyler Hero, Mitchell Robinson, Aaron Gordon, and then Greg. Who's this guy right here?
Is that Tobias?
Toby. Jesus Christ, Greg.
Tobias Harris, baby. My assist, my most valuable moment.
And Carmelo Anthony. So
that's the beauty about what you talked about, though, Greg, is like sometimes you don't know what these. I don't want to say he's obviously not a scrub, but it's a Tobias Harris assist, right? Those players. You don't know what potential package they're going to be a part of for someone to chase. That moment's going to go way up because people are going to go after this.
Absolutely. And let's just look at the Holo. Let's look at some of the price range here. So, all right, Buddy, Trey, Aaron Gordon, he's in the challenge, 8,400 lowest ask. Tobias is now right around 1,100.
Wow.
Team hold. Steph Curry, you need to get the Curry at 44,000.
Here's my question, Mike, and I think you just answered it. But had Marcus Smart been in there, and knowing that I have the Tobias, which probably would have lent to you, would you have gone for it? 2 out of how many? 10?
I would have needed $85,000 more. No, I would not have gone for the Holo.
Just liquidate your account.
I will say though, I think if Marcus Smart was in it, I might have flipped it.
Right.
I might have because he's at 3,400 right now. Yeah. And I think I got him at 1,600. If he was, if that was going to go up to like a 7 or 8K, I could see myself splitting that just to throw it back into something else, not to take out, but I could totally see that happening.
So then what do you think about the Tobias? Do you think now's the time let it fly, to let that assist go. Most valuable assist I've ever seen.
No. Oh wait, hold on. Allie's right. What's the point about talking about that? You are not wrong.
That's true.
And Nathan says, how much is it going to take to get that Harden? Yeah, it's good. 125,000 they're saying right now. And you know what? Anytime someone's made a prediction on how much it's going to cost, they've been low. So who knows? But Greg, sorry, you say what do we do with the Tobias? So for those who are tuning in for the first time, Greg and I split a Holo pack a couple weeks ago and landed on the Tobias Harris, and we've been team hold so far.
Big time,
which has paid off. What is it? It was 1150 last, or 11,500 last.
Well, technically, is not paid off because you do not have that money in hand. So
well, there's no way to get that money in hand until Dapper figures out.
Yeah. So. And I'll say I was one that was sort of, and this is part of the learning, right? Like I was like, a Tobias Harris assist. I don't know if you can get your money back and use that towards something when it was probably like 2,000 or 2,500. I was like, maybe it's worth it because in turn you could have probably grabbed the Vince at that time or something like that. But now you can grab multiple things with that if you were to. So like team hold wins again.
Yeah. I think so. I think if it gets to like the 15, 16 range, Greg, we can have a conversation.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. If it's at 15, I might be convinced to say, what can we do with this? Yeah. But again, to your point, Mike, what do we grab with that? What do you use? Because you can make that money work for you and then pocket some stuff and be fine.
Well, and I think that will be a whole ass episode where because Greg, you're not allowed to withdraw that. I'm going to tell you that right now. We will be taking that and we're going to be buying more.
That's the move. I agree.
Oh man.
Sorry. The same
Go ahead, Greg. You can share.
I'm sorry. We're co-DJing, which I'm sure Mike hates. Y'all think paper hands are going to ruin the market? I like to believe that there are enough people that truly believe in the platform that aren't just trying to make $10 on a flip that we're going to be all right. I do truly believe that.
Here's what sorry, keep going. I cut you off.
I was just going to trash my friends who are trying to make $10 in a group text right now. And I'm like, just hold.
I agree. I don't think they're going to ruin the market. Sorry to jump in, Mike. I don't think they're going to ruin the market, but I do think there are quite a bit of people that are saying, I bought this at $25. It's now $175. I'm going to cash out. I just think there are some people that are this sort of playing with maybe smaller numbers. And to them, it's like, hey, when they cash out everything, I made $500 and like, they're excited about it. Like, which is nothing to be ashamed of, but I do think I think there's a lot of that happening for sure. But I agree with Greg. I think there's more people that believe in this way long-term that are going to team hold.
But I also think, right, like I don't know many people that would do it once and then not get involved again. Do you know what I mean? Like I think for that to truly like ruin it would mean that like one person was like, I'm going to make $100. I spent 50. I'm going to make 100 and now I'm done. But even if you had done that, I don't know, the way my brain works, I should go try to make another 100. Right. So like, I'm going to go back into the market. So I just don't see that.
I love that.
Well done.
Green light.
I just don't see it.
I don't see how people don't get addicted. Like
that's the bigger thing. That's the bigger thing I question. It's like once you sell it, you're like, okay, well, I need to buy something now. Like I don't have anything in my collection. If you sell it all off, like I just feel like you're gonna jump right back in. So you might as well join us over here on Team Hold.
Take me as the case study, someone who didn't collect anything NBA. I'm completely 1,000% addicted and I'm holding.
Also, I'm like arrogant. If I just made money, I beat the game. And so I'm going to go beat the game again. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how I can't, my brain doesn't work that way where it's like, oh, I did it. I'm out. I'm like, no way. Let's go. I need to go get some more from you all.
Yeah.
All right. I want to make sure I'm not missing any. Well, Greg, you've done good with the comments, so I
only did that one.
Yeah, send your questions or comments. If
I got something that I want to show, which I think is funny, and I think it speaks to something that we've preached on this show quite a bit. But I saw this on Reddit. The thing that we're talking about is just how serial numbers have different meaning to different people. So let me find this. I don't know what happened to it. So I saw this on Reddit. Inspired by ludicrous area codes.
Oh,
This dude bought 303, 212, 310, 503. Like
I would
people,
I would buy a I'm a 323 area code, so I would buy a 323 if it was not cheap.
and I
I mean,
think
if it was
this,
cheap.
yeah, like so this is hilarious, but I think it speaks to that idea. Like there are numbers out there that if you see like your home area code, your zip code, the number of your house, your last four digits of your phone number, those numbers that like trigger in your brain when you see them out in the wild, people, they might mean something to people. So you never know what you have that other people might find value in. This is a hilarious way to do it. And I think like a lot of meme accounts are probably going to pop up that do this kind of thing. I'm all for it. I got to figure out
That's
my
genius. I love that one. That's genius.
that's so good. That's so good. Up to no retro gets it.
There we go.
Divorce settlement food moments now.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I know there was some tax stuff in the questions too, and I don't feel comfortable getting into that right now because I don't know the answers. So.
That's why we're team hold. Don't pull
Yeah.
anything out, then you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. All right. Anything else in here that we're missing chat wise? I don't think so. Thanks for everybody's being so active in there. We appreciate that. If you we have a few people watching over on Twitter, although I would say most of them are on YouTube. If you haven't liked our YouTube page yet, do that. Like the stream, hit the notification bell, do all those things. We're getting
I have
close.
a question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Greg.
I have a question for you guys. When are we going to see PAX? When PAX? And I say that honestly because I have thought with 1,000% confidence it was happening last night and then again tonight, and we got nothing.
I know. I don't know, man. I agreed with you. I thought it was going to be tonight. I thought for sure it was going to be tonight.
And the thing is, like, I did see a tweet from the First Mint, shout out the First Mint, that they were being minted. Those new moments are being minted right now. So I don't know what the time is on that process, if that takes days or hours or minutes, but sounds like they're preparing for something. And I feel like the next
got to be by tomorrow. It's got to be by tomorrow.
And because there's so many people just flipping the same moments back and forth. Like today's the first day I didn't buy anything in probably 3 weeks, just because I'm like,
I think they're actually doing the smart thing though, because same thing. I haven't bought much, but I think they're doing the smart thing and holding because they know NBA players. There's so much pressure on the site right now. There's a ton of eyeballs, and they've got to be ready for it. And this is what you and I, Greg, talked about a while ago, was when they would do a drop and they would delay it by 15 minutes, then delay it by 30 mintes. And I'm just like, you got to push. You just got to say, sorry, we're doing it tomorrow, because it's just not a fun user experience. So my guess is that yesterday and today they're like, it's not going to work. We're going to have to do the same thing over, and we can't keep doing that. So just get it right, wait, and then do a proper launch.
Yeah, I think you're right. I also want to say that the chats, they want to know our Top Shot info and our Twitter handle info, our personal one. So if we're comfortable doing that, we'll update it. We'll update our Twitter bio.
Yeah, throw them in the thing, the banner if you want to follow. There you go.
I just put it as my thingy.
Oh, there we go. That's right. I forgot we could update those things.
I'll do that if I can figure out how to do it.
Yeah, just the edit name on your little 3 dots over there.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, there was also a question in there that I wanted to share that I probably lost now.
This is cool. This is a brilliant idea. Any tax consultants that are watching, just to talk about the clients you'll get. You know where to find them too.
It's like when a referee retires and then they become like the commentator's ref, where they're like, oh, there's a flag on the play. We're going to turn now to our ref consultant. Yeah. I wanted to share Up to No Retro's question. What is your advice for people who can't get a pack? Because I've actually had a lot of friends of mine reach out to me recently who have gotten involved in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it has been, I feel like I've only gotten a Cool Cats pack, and that's the only one that I've gotten recently. Yeah. So I think that's an interesting question. What do we think? Some advice for people. I've been telling friends to just, get involved in the Discord just so you know when the packs are happening, or at least follow people on Twitter. But I would just keep paying attention to the marketplace. Like, keep poking around. I think everyone has a different way of collecting. Like, you've seen the 3 of us all talk differently. Like, Greg is like, I want to get as many of anything as possible. That came out negatively. I meant that positively.
I mean, that's how it's always been addressed.
Yeah.
And that's just, I should preface, that's just at this stage. Like, eventually there's going to be unlimited commons, and they're going to be relatively worthless, I think. And you got to think about it like paper cards. Like, if you buy a pack, 9 out of the 10 cards in the pack are relatively worthless, but you'll be looking for the gems. But now everything is like an insert, in my opinion. So that's why I'm
my advice would be just like, we're waiting for packs. You got to sort of follow some accounts. You'll know when the things drop, like Mike said, and then just search the marketplace again. Like find little things that you think are cool, right? It doesn't need to be a big moment. It doesn't need to be an expensive one. I've got a ton of fun moments in there that I just wanted. I wanted this player. I think he's cool, and I wanted to have it. I bought a Markelle Fultz for $30 because I still like the guy. I still think he has potential, and that was $30 for a Series 1 last week, I think it was. Like, you can find these sort of little things, and I'm just rooting for the guy. I just want him to do good. So you can find, I think, little players or moments or stuff for your team that you like, just stuff like that to have in your collection, and you don't have to break the bank. Like, the whole thing is about having fun. So singles is the game, I guess you would say. I would say just find a few singles to have some fun and get involved.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of pressure right now just because it seems like it's popping off. So you're like, I got to get involved. And I feel that way too, where I'm still like, I'm thankful that I got in when I did, but I still feel like, I got to accumulate.
Yep.
But I do think, like, we're still super early. So just like continuing to take a deep breath and like look around the marketplace, and then, just try to win packs,
and get, I mean, packs will come. They'll figure it out. If it's so agonizing because it's been, a week or days, and you see everyone else scooping stuff up and the account values, but packs as of right now are the best entry point.
Yeah.
Until they become, easy to get, they're going to always be that entry point.
Yeah. This is, I want to share Nathan's too, because this is just where I've been at. Expensive moments, S1 better than S2. I think Greg has been on the other side of that. Where
No, I disagree. I mean, I think S1 will always be more valuable than S2, 100%. I'm just trying to justify why I have 5 Daniel Tices.
Yeah.
Actually,
the only argument I would make to that is I'll give a perfect example. So I agree. Series 1 to me is always going to probably be the better hold. I think no arguments there. There are a few Series 2, I keep want to call them Series 2 moments, like the one we've talked about, which was a Durant first game back playing for the Nets. It's a Series 2. There's 7,500 of it. I'd probably rather have that than the Markelle Fultz that I own, right? And that's a Series 1. There's a few that I have like that I think will be more value. But overall, yes, I agree with the Series 1. I think it's just a great hold.
Yeah. And I'm going to share Alfred's just to remind everyone that, like, what we're saying is not necessarily like great advice or financial advice or anything like that. So don't just take all this with a grain of salt. I think the most important thing is, like, you're comfortable using the money that you're using, and then it's, be smart about it. I don't think we're saying I don't think we're saying sell because we think they'll be worthless. I don't think that at all.
I'm saying they won't be worth. I think they're going to be.
Yeah. We're again team hold, but
yeah,
do what you think is best for yourself. Like, and have fun with it. At the end of the day, that's kind of what it is. Like, I'm holding. I think it's still early, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And like I said, if this comes crashing down, which we all feel good that it's not, like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, I think again we're still so early, and they're limiting new users. You know what I mean? Like, this is only going to continue to grow. One other thing I wanted to talk about, only because I saw mention of this today. It looks like the Cool Cat Karl Anthony Towns, the one that's coming from the Crypto Kitties, is going to be in the market this week. And the reason I bring it up is because I have been going back and forth maybe, I don't know, 15 or 16 times a day on what the hell I'm going to do with this, because I've now completed the first 2. And I have made the decision today, and this is why I've been going back and forth about, like, selling some stuff. We have to complete the Cool Cats challenge.
Yeah,
I think that's where we're at now. I think the Luka's the toughest one to get, and I have that one. And I already have the Anthony Davis one. I think I just got to do it.
You're committed. I think you got to do it too. You got to just think about what it's going to be once you complete it, and it's just worth it. You're already in. People are going to try and jump in now, and it's going to be so costly, and you've already overcome that first couple of hills, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, if the Luka's what it is right now, I mean, you look at what the base series, the common LaMelo is, and then to add a cool. I mean, I know it's his first moment, so that makes it a little juicier, but just crazy.
It's still going to continue. LaMelo's got all the heat. People are excited about him. He's technically tweeted about this now. Like, he's super fun and likable. He's just he's making that team exciting. Like, there's just so much to like about him. And now if he has that moment, it's just going to be even. I think it's going to be even greater.
Yeah. All right, so we're doing it. I just needed other people to help me say that it was okay to do it.
our boy Rob, one of the OGs of this stream. Any info on the Run It Back series? We don't have any more info. What we tweeted out and what we talked about last time is just from there was a Clubhouse session with Luke from the First Mint and Jacob from Dapper, and they broke the news. They actually were like, we're going to break some news right now. They said that the next Run It Backpack is a matter of weeks away. So we don't know what that actually means, but they said 3 people that will be in it will be Shaq, Tracy McGrady, and Allen Iverson. And it's going to, I don't know if this checks out or if he was talking about a different pack, but there was a mention of it being a year between 2005 and 2010. So that's pretty much what we know. We don't know how much it's going to be. We don't know when it's coming, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, follow our Twitter account because we will definitely tweet about when there's information. So Top Shot Takes on Twitter. Give us a follow and you'll stay up to date.
Do you guys?
Sorry. No, I was just going to say the four horsewomen mark. We're also going back and forth on whether to do the Master Challenge. We're likely sticking with it. Have the Luka. I do think, right? Yep. The Luka's the reason. Like, if you have the Luka,
I agree.
That's the biggest hurdle.
I think just on that challenge idea, I think this brings up an interesting topic that I've been thinking about. And I guess this could be my hot take. Not that I'm going to make you guys
I don't have
a hot take tonight. That's okay. But I think, and because I've heard a lot of talk about it, is like micro, basically dividing and buying a pack. I had a word for it and I completely lost it from my brain. But like the 3 of us going in to complete the challenge together.
Like fractional buys?
Fractional, that's it. Yeah, fractional buys. I think we're going to see that a lot. Like, I think with the amount of time we have to complete these challenges, like, it's not out of the question that 10 people will throw their money together, which is less of a lift, and then hope that the LaMelo will sell for, 10x.
Yeah,
still making out. So I think we'll see that. I don't know if that'll. Yeah, thank you. Everyone's saying fractional. I don't know if that's gonna really bounce it up that much in terms of how many people are completing it, but I think that will bounce it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. And which is a great thing to say. As I share Dan's comment that says it's going to cost a lot to finish, even if you have all the current ones, could potentially be $15K to $20K. So I'm looking for fractional investors to complete this challenge.
I'll give you a Chris bill.
And Gregory says, sold off my Cool Cats challenge, get enough money for the rest of the down payment I wanted to make on my house, but I definitely regret it now.
Don't regret it. Regret it. I'm with you. You invested it in something else. Yeah, that's just, you got to look at it that way. A house is also an investment. You bought it in your house. That's an investment. You're good. Don't be mad at that. You're doing it right, my friend. Enjoy.
Yeah, team hold unless it's a house. I think.
There's a big difference. Big difference.
Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I think we all hope we can do that at some point.
Yeah, that's the plan. We want to be able to get money to buy something physical that could potentially still earn. Like, it's the right way to go.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry. It's an interesting counter to the fractional. So now I think you got to be careful. You got to put something on paper.
Yeah. Keep a tight knit crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greg, technically you've participated in this, Greg. You are a fractional owner of this Anthony Davis.
That's true. Yeah. 20% owner.
Davis. Yeah. What you should have done though, you should have really argued for like 5% of the LaMelo instead.
I mean,
terrible negotiating stuff.
There's still time. All right, Greg, do you want to share? I think I saw you put together a Google form. I think we're gonna, because that's gonna take a little bit to navigate.
Yep.
But we're gonna go. What were you gonna say?
No. So the giveaway. Why don't you tell everyone what we have on the table tonight?
All right. So we've we've been plugging this since late July, it feels like, but we have a PJ Washington Cool Cat that we're going to be giving away tonight. We said this last week. Once we get 100 new subscribers, we were going to do it. And in my mind, when we announced that, we were going to give it away that night. But a week later, we are now giving it away. So thank you for all your subs and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so this is, again, I think when we purchased it, it was like 110 or something like that. And now it's going for over 600. So this is cool. If you are someone who's trying to complete the challenge, it's very exciting. And if you're someone that likes $600, also very exciting. So we're going to put a Google form in there. The requirements, we just are going to need we need you to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. So if you haven't done that already, make sure you do that. Like the stream, notification bell.
Never have to watch another video. Just got to subscribe.
Yeah, just please, for the love of God.
Yeah. While we're talking about that, someone called out, I see in the comments, that we should do a Twitch. We should do the show on Twitch, which we are working on.
Next episode will be on Twitch.
We are.
And
I'm going to share this because it made me laugh. Shut up,
with the Periscope symbol.
I know.
The Periscope symbol saying I'm on YouTube.
I believe him. Though.
All right, so I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Click that Google Forms link. Enter your username and your Twitter username once.
Could you share the Alex comment, by the way? I think this is a pretty good one.
Oh yeah, Alex. Shout out to Alex, who 2 streams ago couldn't figure out how to get into the chat, so was tweeting at us. But he's here.
So fill that out. We're gonna go through. We're gonna give you
throw your username in there, your Top Shot username.
It asks for Top Shot username and Twitter username. I didn't actually test the link. I should probably test the link.
Yeah, we definitely.
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
I think it works.
Great.
Mike, you're not allowed to enter.
Yeah, I'm not going to enter. All right. So while you are all filling that out, has there been, I guess we both have been saying, or you guys both have been saying that you haven't really been messing around with the market too much. I was going to say, is there anything you've been eyeing lately?
I've been looking, but I haven't been going like super deep. There was one. This is one that we speculated on. I'll just say one player that we bought, Greg and I, this is probably our most recent purchase, was the Obi Toppin moment.
Ooh, nice.
So that was a fun one.
That's my most recent purchase, but I won't spoil.
Well, okay, probably my most recent purchase, and it was, it wasn't cheap, but a couple of reasons. It's his first bucket. It's a 3. It's Emmanuel Quickly's first assist. So there's a combination there. It's Knicks, and I'm just thinking potentially he is in the dunk contest, and I think that would sort of amplify that. I don't know. That's a total guess. Regardless, I didn't have a rookie in my collection from this year, and I wanted one. I think he's a fun player, and he's on the Knicks. So it wasn't an outrageous price. I thought it was worth grabbing and adding to the collection, and I think there's a cool thing of like Quickly's first assist and then his first bucket. So all of that was appealing.
I'm here for all things Quickly.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I'm waiting for his moment to drop in there and add that to the collection as well.
I don't actually know. I don't know if you said that or not, but I don't know if it's his first assist.
Yes, yeah. I mentioned that you found that out from someone else calling it out. I think it was like one of the first games in the league, so it was definitely his first assist.
That's nice. And I like Toppin too. I know he's not doing too much right now, but yeah, I do like him.
I think it's fun. Like he's not going crazy, but he also has a couple of players in front of him that are just owning it. So.
Mike and I have impeccable timing to share different comments at the exact same time.
John says, "Are you for slowly things too?"
I almost said that, but I figured I'd get an eye roll.
Yeah, you would. We can clear out for Dustin to give some Boogie thoughts to the Lakers too, since you famously love Boogie.
Yeah, Boogie. I don't think he's coming. I've been seeing reports that the Lakers are not actually going to go after him. I think he was sort of like the given. I think he may sit out there for a minute, and then people will see what they want to do with him. I feel bad for him. His career sort of derailed after the injury, but I think he's still a fun player to have. So if you want to get him and you can get him cheap, why not? I think he's fun. There's probably going to be someone that's a potential title contender that's going to grab him just to say why not, and that couldn't hurt.
All right,
No.
last
Yeah.
chance. We have 37 entries. That means there's a couple people watching that haven't entered yet. Scroll up in that chat. You'll see the form. I'll drop it in one more time. We'll give you 2 more minutes. Anyone who's commenting your username in the chat, you got to go in and actually put it in the Google form.
Yeah, and if you're watching on Periscope, it might be a little tricky, so it's probably easier to switch over to YouTube real quick. And you still have like 2 or 3 more minutes, so I would definitely do that because I know I saw a couple issues from Periscope.
I'm getting spammed right now because my 2 friends that I've gotten into Top Shot are now telling my 8 other friends in our big group chat about it and defending it. I heard someone say it's a fad. I heard someone say,
"Oh,
hold on, let me give you a live. Here we go."
I thought you were saying they were spamming the Google form, and I was like, I don't want one of your friends to win this.
No, they're not watching. They're fighting the good fight with my other friends in it.
Good.
Let's see. I don't have to farm NBA highlight videos. I can legit just look it up on YouTube and watch it on repeat.
Also, Greg, I want to share this because I know we talked about this before. This is one of your hot takes.
Oh, I am all on board for autographs. So yeah, we called that out a couple weeks ago just as like a hot take that could be a thing, simply based on like previous digital card apps and how they've added autographs. But what we've learned since is that that's actually in the works. There's a company that's actually working on something where players can sign on their phone and add it to a moment. And what's crazy and what I didn't even think about like could go beyond just an autograph is like, I think the point of a player owning a moment, especially their own moment, and giving you that moment or letting you buy that moment, your username right above theirs will feel just the same as like owning a jersey or, my shout out to my friend who had this as well, but he was like, imagine going to a game and getting there early and getting an autograph on your phone from a player to apply to a moment. And it's kind of like, that's the equivalent of getting a jersey signed, but you never know, like Gen Z who grew up with these digital things, maybe they're like, oh yeah, I want it digitally. I don't have to worry about, losing it. I can give it to my kids. No problem. I'm not going to lose it in XYZ. So the possibilities are endless, and I'm just ranting at this point.
No, it's good.
No, it is good. I think it is good. I think you're right. I mean, they're already moving on it. I think you're right. And I think your Gen Z comment's right too. I think
let's pull up
young people.
Let's pull up a comment about Terry Rozier. Everyone's talking about that. He just tweeted some stuff out. Can you guys see what people are saying in the chat? So they're saying to pull up Terry Rozier. If you look on his Twitter, he just I don't know if you could pull this up if someone can grab the tab, but he put out a couple of fun tweets that are probably going to drive the marketplace up a little bit right now. At least his moments.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Yeah. Let's share this. All right. So we have Terry's tweets up. It says, can you guys
start at the bottom one? Yeah. Start at the 7-minute one. Yeah. Right there.
So purchase any of my NBA Top Shot moments and I'll send you an autographed basketball. And for anyone who purchases a moment over $5K, you'll get an autographed jersey too. That's sick. And then if you buy my 100K jersey number moment, you'll get 2 floor seats to a future game with a chance to hang out with me and some of my teammates after, plus a signed jersey. See, this is, and Damian Lee talked about this a little bit last night on Club Top Shot with Peter Overzet and those guys about, and he said it kind of jokingly. I think Pete was actually negotiating for him, but the idea of like, oh, maybe it's a round of golf, or it's, there's like a lot of different ways. The floor seats like Terry's talking about, there's a lot of different ways that you're like interacting with these people, which is like it's really, really cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome. People are probably pulling together some money for that and say, can it be 4 floor seats instead of 2 for that fractional buy?
We are closed on I just got to go through and get duplicates. So we are closed officially on the form.
Can we make sure, did Panther Rob get in there too? I know he's sent his message a couple of times on Periscope, so I just...
I'll add him in. Is it just Panther Rob 1?
Yeah, although now it looks like he might have gotten in, so...
There's also Clipset. I saw put one in there too,
he's
but it was in the chat. I don't know if it was in the thing.
Yeah,
he's in here.
He's cool. Opening packs too.
Yeah, we love that. I love Terry. I almost wore my Scary Terry Celtics t-shirt, but then that would remind me
I like him too.
He's not on the Celtics anymore.
I saw someone call it Terrence Ross as well. I don't know if you can see that comment in there. I think it was about T. Ross. Oh yeah, I bought some cards from Terrence Ross that he purchased, so he shows up in the sales record. That's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
See, that's cool. I do think is is like pretty neat. I mean, I don't know how much that drives the value up like after the fact, but if you're an NBA fan, that's really cool.
I think it's just cool. Yeah. Whether or not it's going to add value to it, it's still darn cool to just say like, look, he had it. It's like way back in the day when someone said someone owned this car. It was like, like that kind of thing. Some random celebrity. I don't know, but it's cool. It's like, no, you can actually see it. That's the difference with it being in this kind of platform.
Yeah. That's really cool. All right.
Hold on. Let's cross. Keep vamping. I'm almost done. I'm just cross-checking and making sure there's no duplicates.
Also, thanks for doing it, Greg, because I was starting to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks to everyone watching and sending comments and questions. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome for doing this.
Yeah. It's way more fun when people are commenting than when it like relies on the three of us the whole time.
There's only so much we know that we can talk about, but we appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'll share. Well, Nathan, this is too nice, Nathan. This is too nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nathan.
And Matt says, I know we've talked about this a couple of times. They've said no so far, even though I have
a resounding no.
One day. We think one day. I still think one day.
Yeah. After billions.
How do you want me to do the wheel? Because I have all the names. You want me to send them over to you?
No, you can do it if you want. Here, do you need the link for it?
Yeah.
Can I also shout out Steven Anglovich, who said my eyes go dark mode? I appreciate you. I stay dark mode 24/7. Greg is not a dark mode guy.
It messed up my eye. It's weird.
I'm dark mode all the time. Appreciate you.
I'm dark mode on my phone, but not on my desktop. So, so I apologize if that scared the hell out of everybody when I shared it. You know what, guys? I don't like that. This is how I found the Celtics lost. So,
they lost.
Apparently, Luka just hit a game winner. It looks like so. Also, Bobby, thanks for being here.
I'm gonna say that I like that I found that out because you guys are both Celtics and I am obviously a Lakers guy. Yeah. So, and I love Luka. It's wins all around over here for me.
I love Luka too, and we had a Boban sighting tonight, which was fun. I watched a little bit of the first half. And Boban was the first like expensive purchase I had on Top Shot. It was the So Fresh. It was like
nice
$100 at the time.
That's a fun one to have.
Yeah, it was like a rare dunk.
Question before I spin this: is this the best chance of the history of Top Shot at getting a free Cool Cat? It's like 1 in 45 or something.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely better than 1 in 55.
I was in Club Top Shot last night. I entered their raffle. It was one of 1,100. So
yeah,
a little better. And one thing someone said last night, which might apply here, it's easier to win a Cool Cat than it is to get a pack.
There you go.
Yeah. Do we need some music? How do we pull in some fun music here?
Oh, I don't know. I know what you got one, right, Dustin? I think you have a track queued up.
I could put something on Spotify here and put it into the mic. I don't know. It's not too high tech.
You're gonna kill us.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go. People are waiting.
Yeah. This is good.
Count me down, baby.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Spin it.
Good luck, everyone.
Here we go. Very exciting. PJ Washington. Who is it going to?
Oh,
Tyler
Durden.
Wow. Congratulations. Big day for Tyler Durden Heat.
Wow.
Well done. Congrats.
That was really good.
We gotta keep this going. We gotta do more giveaways. Mike, I think he said he was gonna buy a Cool Cat every week. Giveaway.
We gotta get. I think I'm 3 for 3 with giving away moments. Not that you guys aren't doing it. I got unlucky last time. So
no, I gave one. I gave the Donovan Mitchell, I think. Or did you give it a Donovan Mitchell?
No,
I'm
gonna look at the tapes.
Sure gave it. No,
I'm pretty sure I gave one. I'm gonna look at the tapes.
I've given away. No, it was a Sabonis, a Brogdon, and then now the PJ.
I gave a Bojan Bogdanovic.
No.
Yeah, but it didn't get picked. It didn't get picked.
It didn't get picked.
No, the only time we've done the 3-way is the Daniel Tice was my pick. I gave away a Bojan. I'm gonna check the tape.
Okay, I know. All right. I'm
gonna edit this into a separate video and bring back the footage.
Here, I'll do this to keep the momentum going because everyone's having a great time. I was going to put in my Horford moment last time. I'll pull it up. It already went up. It's probably at like $40 or $35 now. Like I'll do my Al Horford moment with the same group of people that are in the. We'll do it. So
we're gonna pull out Tyler Durden Heat.
So another moment being given away.
You know what?
We're gonna do it right now. Al Horford, nice little dunk. I'm gonna send it. Why not? There's no packs. Maybe you would have gotten in a pack. Let's do it.
All right.
This is huge.
Count me down, Dustin.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Also, Jeffrey Bean, can we continue to make up BS price for the wheel?
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Oh,
Nathan Chow. You know what? This is rigged. This is what happens. You give us a nice comment, you're gonna win a prize.
Nathan Chow, you're getting it. You're getting Horford. I will send it after the stream.
This is so good.
And we got to keep this party going. I feel bad. I'm gonna throw in Daniel Tice. We got to make Mike feel better. Everyone's giving away a moment.
I'm sending Nathan his right now. Let me go into and do it.
Also, I need
if you watch this show, you know how much I value these Daniel Tices. So
yeah.
Yes,
I also
this is a big deal.
Tyler Durden Heat, you will get your PJ Washington right after the stream. I'm afraid to do it right now. I also want to share Matt React's comments because this is very kind, but I feel like I want to change my Twitter bio. Subtly funny, in my opinion. Thank you, Matt.
I'll wear that as a badge.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna do this. This is for Daniel Tice, the third and final giveaway of the night. We really should have done this in reverse order.
I know. Sorry, guys.
Well, it was unplanned. All right.
Daniel Tice is the headliner tonight.
That's right. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Daniel Tice, baby. Let's do it.
Here we go. Oh, so close to slurp.
Up to oh. That was close.
That was close. Up to No Retro. Shout out Up to No Retro. Lots of good comments from Up to No Retro today. Oh, wait. We've got breaking news. Greg, you should check your moments because Scott G did not want this party to end.
Oh.
He just gifted a Kleber to G Dunn. Give it out, he said.
Scott G, baby. Wow. This is the party train. All right.
Funny.
Wait, I'm trying to get it to Nathan, his name didn't pull up in the thing. So you have maybe Slack that to me, Greg, so I can find out the right Top Shot username for Nathan.
Yeah. Nathan, if you're still here, shoot us the.
Yeah, Nathan, comment your Top Shot user handle, and I'll gift it to you now.
This is fantastic. He said the Kleber is pending, so it should be there momentarily.
I just got the notification. I'm just going to zoom in so you can't see all the terrible purchases I've made in the past 3 days. There it is. Oh, and it's a decent serial number too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it looks like, Greg, you pulled the Twitter names and not the Top Shot usernames is what they're saying in the comments. So
I did?
Well, that's okay. We have access to it, though. So we wrote it down. We have access to it.
Yeah, we do.
Great.
Did I really?
Well, I don't know. It's, Dan Harding is saying that in the chat.
Wait. You're right. I did. Well, that's on me. But your Twitter account's going to get a nice little moment. Okay. Yeah, we have a cross-reference, so we'll get it to you. But last but not least, we got one more.
Here we go. We got a last-second edition. Someone's trying to come in. I mean, technically, they're on the stream. We throw them in?
Add in Big G, and Big G, send us your Top Shot username.
Thanks for sticking around, guys. Appreciate the support.
Okay.
Greg, we got to share the wheel again, too.
Oh, no, I'm just adding Big G.
We got someone else jumping in. Mr. SSJ3, make sure we get your Top Shot username.
Yeah. And last call to get your name in because I can see Greg. He's getting breakout pimples right now. He's stressed out.
It's already happening. I was not there at the beginning. Check the tape. Okay. Anyone else? All right.
There
was just those two, Big G and the other one. Yeah.
We need a name for the segment and a mystery box prize.
It's the wheel of forward. People paying it forward.
And music. We still need that music, Greg.
We do need music.
Okay. Big G said, sorry, Greg took it to the wire. No, all good. All right.
All right, here we go.
This is for the Maxi Kleber, the third surprise gift of the night.
Shout out Scott G. Thank you.
From Scott G, brokered through me. Let's do it. 3. Mike, you count us in.
3, 2, 1. Spin the wheel, baby.
BB.
What do we got?
Oh,
Panther Rob won.
Scott.
that's a clever username.
Panther Rob won.
Panther Rob won.
Congratulations. All right, everybody. Any parting words of wisdom, final thoughts, anything we need to share?
Let's just hope for packs. Let's hope for
Seriously.
packs. If we can all get more packs, we can do more giveaways and all that stuff. So we want to keep it going.
Let's get and make sure to follow us on Twitter. We try to stay up on the news. We're obviously not first mint caliber, but we're like the third mint. I didn't want to give a second. We're like the third. Depends what we're doing.
Oh, that's
But if we
funny.
catch it. There's 3 of us. So check us out on. Make sure to subscribe to us. Follow us on Twitter. Thanks for being along for the ride. We'll be back this week, probably, right?
Yeah, probably in a day or two, depending on what happens. If there's packs tomorrow, we're coming on.
We'll be back when packs.
I got to tell you, a little personal news. I'm getting shot number 2 tomorrow. So if packs drop on Thursday, I'm gonna be a little pissed. Only because that's like the one day I know I'm not gonna be feeling super. So
Still coming on.
I will still be here. I will absolutely
You
still
have
be
a
here.
cold sweat.
I'm gonna, with my COVID card tattooed onto my chest.
And you know what? If anyone is a fan of Twitch and wants there, we're working towards getting on over there as well. So hopefully for the next show, we'll have it all situated and you can watch there.
You got our username. You can pre-follow it.
Yeah, it's still Top Shot Takes. You can go follow it on Twitch if you'd like.
And then shout out to the comment about our logo saying it was 90s ESPN?
Yeah.
Or retro ESPN?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Retro ESPN vibes.
Which I told Mike, I think when you zoom in on it, I think it looks a lot like Dunkin' Donuts too.
Yeah.
So-
Oh wait, we'll share one more thing before we go. Listen, 4 horsewomen, Mark. If we get to 15 million YouTube followers, then maybe we'll consider giving away.
If we've got tres comas for my Silicon Valley fans, we're giving away all these moments. You can count on it.
Yeah. Also, 1B mint. I'll also share that. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you again probably in a couple hours, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Have a good night, guys.